Hello everyone, I'm Wisdom Cube, and welcome back to another installment of Out from the Underworld. Yeah, I figured since I've been doing a lot of crossover related videos lately, with crossover brawlers and crossover rivalries respectively, I decided to, to do a Out from the Underworld once again. And today's villain is going to be Baron Draxum, one of the three antagonists from Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, for those of you who don't know what Out from the Underworld is, I probably should have explained that before. I apologize. But yeah, Out from the Underworld is where I basically tell the history of an animated villain or a video game villain, whichever one I feel like doing. So, yeah, let's get started. So, Baron Draxum is known as a yokai or mutant, for those of you who are unfamiliar. Basically, yokai live in a city underneath New York known as the Hidden City, and basically Baron Draxum found out about a prophecy that humanity would destroy the yokai, and he intended to do this himself by either experimenting illegally, by mutating people, or through alchemy, hence his warrior alchemy status. Yeah, and the higher-ups, basically the council of these three head-like figures, were dismayed and creeped out by Draxum's methods, and they tried to dissuade him from unfulfilling the prophecy, but in a rage, Draxum left the Hidden City, inspired to wipe out humanity at all costs, no matter what it took. And along the way, he ended up hiring these two gargoyle-like creatures, basically these two bird-like creatures who end up following him around during his campaign against humanity. And yeah, years later, he ended up meeting and capturing this Battle Nexus champion named Lujitsu, and using Lujitsu's DNA alongside ooze that Draxum created, he tried to mutate 4 turtles, and his lab ended up getting destroyed by his 2 henchmen. Unknown to him, Draxum continued his work, but unknown to him, those 4 turtles ended up getting mutated, and they end up meeting Draxum years later. And yeah, after trying to convince them to join his cause, Draxum and the turtles end up fighting each other in many encounters. And during said encounters, Draxum ended up doing something new each time he ends up running into them, like hiring other mutants to join his cause in fighting against the turtles, to mutating other inhabitants of New York through these mutant mosquitoes. And yeah, he even like crossed paths with another antagonist of the show, Big Mama. Yeah. So yeah. Let's just say that Draxum is willing to fight anyone, whether he's outnumbered or not, to achieve his goals. And yeah, his goal in season 1 is like basically like using the Foot Clan to like create this, or not recreate, put back together this armor that yeah, it's basically the Shredder armor. Yeah, it's basically Shredder's armor. Who yeah, I might make a video on Shredder later. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, basically, after a whole season of build-up, Draxum ended up getting his hands on the Shredder armor and puts it on himself. And yeah, from there he ends up like beating down like the Ninja Turtles and also April and Splinter too. However, this ends up backfiring because yeah, Shredder's armor was able to like suck out the life force of Baron Draxum and leaves him in a near-death state. Yeah, and from there, Shredder takes over as the antagonist of the show. And from there, for Draxum, Mikey actually ends up helping him out, despite everything that's happened. Because, yeah, despite Draxum trying to kill them numerous times, yeah, Mikey's big heart ultimately ends up winning out in the end, because not just Mikey, but also April and eventually the other turtles as well end up giving Draxum the benefit of the doubt in order to help him like seek redemption. Because yeah, and it's a good redemption arc for him too, because Draxum, while he is as like bombastic as ever, Draxum ultimately like was able to turn his life around from like trying to live among humans to getting an apartment for himself, albeit with Mikey's help, to even getting a job at Abel's school. Yeah. And yeah, ultimately, in the series finale, Rise, he actually ends up helping the Mad Dogs, as they refer to themselves all throughout this show, and like the rest of the Hamato clan, to take down not just Big Mama, but also Shredder as well. Yeah. Now, I don't think he appears in the Rise movie. If he does, actually no, I take that back. He doesn't like do anything significant in the Rise movie. So, yeah. So what do I think of Baron Draxum? I like him. I like his personality, as he can not only be serious but also funny at the same time. I like his design too, as like a sheep like yokai, and his power set is awesome too, as he's able to use as he's able to use like tendrils to fight. And like I said, I really like his motivation and his backstory. They kind of remind me of Magneto in a way. And yeah, I really like his transition from being bad to good. Yeah, it's really enjoyable to watch. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of Baron Draxum from Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Just comment below, let me know. I'm Wisdom Cube, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.